Hey everybody, my name is Paul Esden Jr., aka Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25. Now you may be noticing I'm not behind my normal background. I'm actually in a hotel in New Jersey. You may have spotted me at the New York Jets team facilities on social media at BoyGreen25 with a little bit of a tease. More on that later, but the latest nugget comes from the NFL Combine, and we couldn't wait till I returned back to my home. We had to do it here from the hotel. And then it's ESPN NFL insider Jeremy Fowler joining Eric Allen on the official Jets podcast. And in that conversation, he revealed some intriguing nuggets about Derek Carr in what could include being used and using the New York Jets and all this for better or for worse. Well, let's go to the tail of the tape. Here is Jeremy Fowler on the official Jets podcast with Eric Allen. Let's listen in.
If you're Carr's camp, if you're Derek Carr, are the Jets your number one target? People have mentioned the Carolina Panthers and obviously the New Orleans Saints and the relationship there with Dennis Allen.
I don't know that for sure. What I know is that, I know that the meeting that he had with the Jets went really well. There's a good vibe there. I certainly think there's interest. What I know is that fit is really important to him. Winning is really important to him. And, I've even talked to some teams who wonder if Carr wants to go to the NFC just because it's a little bit of an easier path. Less of a quarterback pantheon, so to speak. You don't have Mahomes, Burrow, Herbert, Josh Allen, all those guys. Might be a path of least resistance to win. So that would bring Carolina into the mix because they have a talented roster, if they want to go that route. Saints, it's my understanding that they want to get something done with Derek Carr. They're ready to do that. So he has options. It's just I get the sense that, he's just sort of waiting it out patiently so that second team can get heavily involved along with the Saints, and then you have more leverage. So it kind of helps him to wait a little bit in that way.
Very interesting there from Jeremy Fowler. Again, here are the major takeaways. The New Orleans Saints are all in on Derek Carr. They don't have to wait. There's no, maybe we want this guy, maybe we want that guy. The Saints want Derek Carr. The problem is that for whatever reason, Derek Carr doesn't want to just sign with the Saints. He wants other teams involved. So he's hoping, Derek Carr, that Aaron Rodgers makes his decision ASAP and hopefully does not include the Jets, whether that means retiring or going back to the Green Bay Packers, because if that happens, the Jets would pivot immediately to Derek Carr and would create a bidding war between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets for Derek Carr. Derek Carr, apparently, according to Fowler's reporting, is waiting patiently for that second team to enter the mix. We heard from the Carolina Panthers, from their ownership group and their coaches, that it sounds like they're going to go into a lower tier market. All of a sudden, all those teams that were in theory in the mix for Derek Carr are no longer. The Buccaneers sound like they're going to go with Kyle Trask or a cheaper option. Carolina may go with Sam Darnold or a lower tier option. And then all of a sudden you start reading the room. Well, who the hell is going to get Derek Carr? And now it looks like potentially it's the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. And again, the Jets would only be involved if Aaron Rodgers decides to not go with the Jets. So the big question, though, is what Jeremy Fowler just said. The Jets were being used by Derek Carr. Now, is it used in the Kirk Cousins sense where we've been burned before, with a guy simply using the Jets, having no intention to sign with the Jets, but just getting them to ramp up the money so he can sign with the Saints? We actually don't know that for sure either way, but they're being used. Now, it may be for good or bad. Maybe he doesn't want to play for the Saints. Like, please, Jets, get involved because I want to go where you are. I heard from our good buddy Matt Lombardo, senior heavy NFL reporter, saying that it is some intense mutual interest between the two, and the Jets have a laser-eyed focus on Derek Carr here at the NFL Combine. Joe Douglas speaking with Ethan Greenberg. We posted that tweet as well on our Twitter account at BoyGreen25, that visit with Derek Carr, quote, couldn't have gone any better, and that they are keeping an eye on that situation as well. Again, they are fully evaluating the market. But the key is, again, Derek Carr is using the Jets. He's using them to ramp up the money. Is it to ramp up the money to go to the Saints ultimately, or is it to get the Jets involved so he can ultimately still land in New York? There's a lot of potential ways to interpret that new Jeremy Fowler clip, but it's fascinating nonetheless that the Derek Carr stuff is all in the mix here for the New York Jets. You can read even more details about all of this down below in our column for Heavy on Jets below. Make sure you like the video and hit subscribe down below for more juicy New York Jets content. And all I can do is tease. All of you guys are tweeting at me wondering, what does this mean, Paul? Why are you at the Jets facilities? I can't say a word. My mouth is sealed, at least for a little bit here. All I can tell you is stay close to the social media portals. More will be coming sooner rather than later. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next time right here on the channel. Again, make sure you like the video, hit subscribe for more fantastic Jets content coming up here on the channel. Thanks, everybody.